Welcome to the League of Nerds comic book segment number 28. I'm John Cooney, here to talk to you about comics being released the 15th of August, 2012. Starting with DC's Before Watchmen, Rorschach, written by Brian Azzarello and artist Lee Bermejo, which is another great pairing. I've talked before about these Before Watchmen series prequels that have teamed great artists and writers with subjects and characters for their books, and I think this is another perfect pairing with Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo. This is their fourth collaboration together, and they are a great team and work well together. This one, of course, focusing on the tragic character Rorschach from the original Watchmen series, who was obviously a central character to that series, and I'm interested to see what they do with it. We've also got Birds of Prey number 12. With deadly toxins in their bloodstreams, the birds have 6 months to live until they're given an antidote if they help Poison Ivy punish those who are despoiling the planet. We've got Catwoman number 12 by Judd Winnick. This is the big finale as Catwoman confronts Dollhouse, and don't miss the fallout of Catwoman's tryst with Spark. We've got Nightwing number 12. The Republic of Tomorrow Today storyline concludes, guest starring Robin as Nightwing and Paragon battle for Gotham City. We've got Red Hood and the Outlaws number 12. Starfire has made it all the way to Tamaran only to find herself caught between the forces of the Blight and the political maneuverings of her sister Blackfire. And how will Jason protect Isabel on what has become an intergalactic date from hell? We've got Supergirl number 12. Supergirl confronts Superman in his Fortress of Solitude about the city of Kandor, and what mysterious connection does this have to the piece of Kryptonian debris that crashed with her ship? We've got Wonder Woman number 12. Wonder Woman faces a choice: defend Zeus's throne from Apollo or defend her closest friend. Plus, Zola gives birth to something completely unexpected. For Marvel this week, we've got Amazing Spider-Man 691. No Turning Back comes to its epic conclusion, as only one man on Earth has a chance of helping Spider-Man stop the Lizard, and his name is Kurt Connors. Plus, a shocking development that will set things in motion for Amazing Spider-Man number 700. Be sure to pick up this issue because it's going to be very important later. We've got Avengers number 29, The Avengers versus the Unbelievable Might of the X-Men. This is a special issue of the Avengers. It's the flip side to Wolverine and the X-Men number 12, as you witness a very surprising tie-in experience like you've never seen before. We've got Avengers Academy number 35. This actually listed the same solicitation or the same information as they listed for 34, and I just wanted to take a moment and mention issue 34 because our good friend Jason Golden from Critical Care Comics had a letter published in Avengers Academy number 34 in the letters column section, so be sure to check that out and see the great work that Jason's doing, and we're happy to support him in doing it. But as far as Avengers Academy 35, we've got more Avengers vs. X-Men Fallout, as Avengers Academy is closed indefinitely in part 2 of Final Exam. We've got Avengers vs. X-Men number 10. Time is running out as the Avengers are cornered in their last stronghold, but the stakes change when Hope and the Scarlet Witch join forces. We've also got Captain Marvel number 2. Captain Marvel can't walk away from a challenge from her past. Who's the better pilot? Introducing the Banshee Squadron. We've got Daredevil number 17, with the return of something Matt Murdock thought was gone forever, with the debut of a new menace in New York, the killer called Coyote. Just how sane is Matt Murdock? Don't miss this special guest artist Mike Allred and Eisner Award-winning colorist Laura Allred. We've got Hulk number 56, guest starring Alpha Flight and Machine Man. The Mayan gods continue to remake the Earth in their own image, and will Red Hulk's power be used to end the world? We've got Hulk Season 1, is again the hardcover premiere edition retellings that Marvel is doing of the origins of its central characters. This one tells the beginning of the Green Goliath for a new generation as a definitive origin for the Hulk, as well as Betty Ross, who's now the Red She-Hulk, and General Thunderbolt Ross, who is now avenging Red Hulk, plus Gamma Base, Rick Jones, and the introduction of a new Hulk villain that'll continue to haunt both him and his alter ego, Dr. Bruce Banner. We've got New Mutants number 47, The Hellions return in Fear the Future Part 1. The New Mutants thought they defeated their most unexpected foe, but they'll soon learn that while they can change the future, they can never escape it. The shocking story that will change the New Mutants as you know them. We've got Sensational Spider-Man 33.2 continuing from last week's Sensational Spider-Man 33.1. Again, these are tellings of new stories from Spider-Man's history. This one's from recent continuity with Carly Cooper and written by some great guest writers that they brought in for this 50th anniversary special series. This one's by Tom DeFalco.
We've got X Factor number 242, again by Peter David, one of my favorite books, but once again they didn't... They reused the same solicit they did from issue 241 for this issue. Breaking Points Part 2, where two characters that you thought would never come face to face are finally reunited. We've also got X-Men number 34 by Brian Wood. Another instance where they've released a new book with the same solicit as the previous book, so this is the same solicit they used for number 33 a couple of weeks ago, where Storm's field agents are kidnapped and a weapon of the X-Men's making goes missing. From Image Comics this week, we've got Fatale number 7 by Ed Brubaker. This best-selling occult noir series continues its second arc as the dark secrets of the mid-70s Los Angeles begin to creep into Josephine's new life. Drugs, sex, cults, fame, and murder all walk hand in hand in the shadow of demonic forces. We've got Saga number 6 by Brian K. Vaughan with art by Fiona Staples. This epic hit series continues as Alana and her baby finally reach the legendary rocket ship forest where everything changes forever. And last from Image, we've got Walking Dead number 101 by Robert Kirkman. The Something to Fear storyline continues, and in the aftermath of the events of the monumental 100th issue, things are not going well. That's an understatement. I'll tell you that issue 100 was a little disturbing, a little unsettling for me. I mean, I know that we've seen a lot of tragic and horrific events in the 100-issue history of Walking Dead, but this one was a little unnerving for me. From IDW, we've got, I want to point this issue out just kind of off the beaten path, but this is Jericho Season 4, Number 1, another instance where comic books are the new media for continuing stories from television. We've seen this happen with Firefly, we've seen this happen with Buffy, we've seen this happen with Smallville, where we have a rich storyline that is got a lot of vested readers and, a lot of vested parties who are interested in the story. I know that when Jericho was almost canceled after the first season, that a lot of people wrote into CBS and there was a groundswell of support for it. Unfortunately, the series was still canceled in season 2, but they've gone on and told new stories in season 3, and now season 4 is starting. It's overseen by the original writing and staff. Jericho is back with vengeance, and a whole new chapter of the story is told in the show's official continuity. So if you're a fan of Jericho, you don't want to miss this compelling all-new series. And be sure to pick up season 3 series that's already been published. From Valiant this week, we've got Bloodshot number 2. Waking up inside a body bag is no way to start a day, but that's where you are, and worse yet, you're 35,000 feet above the desert, guarded by some of the toughest soldiers on the planet. You're being flown back to the people who created you and who may have betrayed you. You're having a hard time separating your false memories from grim reality. We've also got Harbinger number 3. Having abandoned everything he knows, Peter has escaped the confines of Toyo Harada's Harbinger Foundation, where his new training will temper his body, torture his mind, and reawaken the horrors of his past. But is all of it truly giving Peter more control over his power, or simply making him far more dangerous than he ever was before? In trades this week, we've got an older book that I'm glad to see collected once again, but Elektra Assassin trade paperback from the combined talents of two of comics' greatest innovators, in my opinion, Frank Miller and Bill Sienkiewicz. This is a great psychological excursion through the mind, body, and soul of the world's most dangerous woman, collecting Elektra Assassin 1 through 8. We've also got Ultimate Comics Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis, Volume 1. This is the new Spider-Man. A new era of Ultimate Spider-Man starts here in the event that grabbed worldwide headlines. Before the original Spider-Man died, young Miles Morales was poised to start the next chapter in his life in a new school. Then the bite of a stolen, genetically altered spider granted the grade schooler incredible arachnid-like powers, and now Miles has been thrust into a world he doesn't understand with only gut instinct and a little thing called responsibility as his guide. Can he live up to Peter Parker's legacy? This collects Ultimate Comics Spider-Man 1 through 5 and Ultimate Comics Fallout number 4. That's it for me this week. I know it was a long list and I went long, but I know that I just finished listening to Brandon and David's podcast on episode 19, and you can check that out at lonerds.com. So I know that this segment is going to be included in that, so I ran a little long. But again, as usual, plenty more great issues at your local comic book shop, so be sure to check out what's available to you. Like I said, there's plenty more books that you're probably interested in. I'd love to hear about them. So get back to me at my comic book blog, he'sgotissues.com, and let me know if there's anything that you're reading that I should be including, and let me know if there's anything you'd like to hear. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.